Hello guys, good morning, and I hope you are having a great time with your family. Today I want to do a daily market outlook in order to know what to do in today's market. In today's market, we are going to be looking at gold, US30, the dollar index, and the SMP 500. We are going to be looking at how price is behaving, and then later on we are going to focus on that in order to generate trade signals in a lower time frame on your own end. So we are going to do a daily market outlook, and I would like you to get a pen and a paper in order to note down the important things that are going to be said on the video. When I start up my trading day, I always start by analyzing the news. I analyze the news, and I will know how to trade based on the news. There will be a news at 2:30 Cameroon time, 2:30 p.m. Cameroon time. So I'll have to trade before the news or after the news. The news is very heavy, so I have to be very careful. This is jobless claim, which is actually a very heavy news in the US economy. I'll have to be trading based. I'm going to be trading based on this news release. Sorry for the noise in my background, because I'm living in a noisy environment, and it's pretty difficult for me to have less noise in my videos. Please, this is where I'm going to be doing my top-down analysis. I'll start with the XAUSD, which is actually gold. I would like to open a new chart because one that is already annotated with labels, which I will want you to understand the beginning and the basics of my analysis. That's why I want to open a clean chart for us to analyze. Okay, this is the chart of gold XAUUSD. When I open my chart, I first go to the monthly time frame to see the order flow of the market. On the monthly time frame, gold is in an uptrend, and buyers are actually stronger in this market due to the fact gold is in an uptrend. Annotatedly, price is making higher highs and higher lows. On the weekly time frame, gold is making a pullback, and it is also in an uptrend, and gold is still bullish. So I don't know when. I wouldn't say gold will start selling sooner or later. Gold is in a bullish trend. I can see that gold is in this weekly fair value gap, which can act as resistance. Gold might find resistance on this weekly fair value gap on the weekly time frame. You can see last week candle rejected from the weekly fair value gap, which shows a sign of rejection that buyers are actually entering the market. This weekly candle actually dig into this weekly fair value gap and actually also find support. That's why price is pushing to the upside, meaning buyers are also in control of the market. On the daily chart, price is actually respecting also the the daily order block. I like to keep my charts clean. The more I go to the lower time frame, the more I reduce my zones when necessary. And on the daily time frame, you can see gold is actually sweeping this range low. We are going to label this as our range low. When gold is sweeping this gains range low, it's a sign of strength that buyers are actually in control of the market. I name this IRL, meaning internal range low. And my first target is where you have this intermediate term high. After sweeping that range low, this is my targets where I expect price to actually react when going to the upside. Until price finally reverse. That is my intermediate term highs, where I expect price to actually sweep liquidity above, which is resting above these highs and lows. I will then go to the 4-hour time frame to look at how price is. Since I saw price sweeping the internal range low on the daily time frame, I'm going to be interested in looking for setups on the daily time frame, which could potentially lead to an uptrend. So I'm only interested in buys on gold. And on the 4-hour time frame, right, you can see gold is actually pushing to the upside. I would love to analyze silver so that we can compare and see how price is behaving on silver. This is silver. With silver, they are actually having relative positive correlation. That means what gold is doing, silver has the ability to do same. So I always love comparing silver and gold. On the 4-hour time frame, silver is sweeping lows. And gold is failing to sweep this low. This is as an SMT divergence. So gold is going to these highs. Gold is going to these highs. And you can see, if you are familiar with the market maker model, you understand that price is actually in a bullish order flow. My entries are going to be on the 30-minute and on the 15-minute based on my market maker models. On the market maker buy model, You could potentially see this sweep below these lows, pushing price to the upside, and you could also see the sweep below these lows, pushing price to the upside. This is the market maker buy model. Price is going to reek the sellers and push the buyers to the upside. So, on a nutshell, prices are still pushing up. These are levels of entries where sellers are being ripped up and buyers push price to the upside. The market is meant to function this way, because if the market doesn't function this way, no one will lose money and the market will seem to be perfect. So the market have to do this so that a lot of traders can lose money and generate enough liquidity that the financial institutions can use this to liquidate their entries. So based on this, I'm going to say end of the video. I don't want to make the videos to be too long. I want you guys to stick to the video to the end of the video. So we are going to stop here, and next time we are going to analyze the other asset. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe so that I can get more viewers to keep making these videos. Thanks. I love you guys.